Hello Stellar Souls, welcome back to the channel. It's Sam with another pick a card reading here today. First of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for being here. We're nearly at 2,000 subscribers, and for the amount of videos that I have on this channel, it's been slow going to get to this point, but I am really happy with that. I'm really proud of that. I am getting better and better with my readings, and I think that's all that matters. As long as you guys are getting something out of this, numbers will follow. You know, that's just part and parcel of, you know, the growth process. So I'm happy to keep learning. I'm always evolving. I'm always studying. I'm very excited about where the direction of my life is headed as a result of choosing to follow my calling. So yeah, I just want to take a moment and say thank you so much for allowing me to do this, and for everyone that has followed me on socials and come this way or vice versa, started here and then followed elsewhere. Love that. Anyone that's booked a reading with me, just so much gratitude. So the reading today is all about your next significant relationship, and I am going to go deep, and that's why I've only got 3 piles. Okay, so we're going to go into who, what, where, what's going to happen, what are they like, what's the love like, all of it. Okay, we're going to get as much information as we can. So take a deep breath. Tune into your energy, your intuition, ground yourself. This is pile number 1. We're using the movie tarot. I feel like I need to flip over that first card. Oh, we have the 4 of Cups. Okay, so maybe you're drawn to that particular card. So pile number 1, movie tarot. Pile number 2, the Muse tarot. The Star. Hi, beautiful. And pile number 3, this is the Wandering, what's this one? The Wandering Star tarot, and we have Temperance. Okay, so pile number 3 with Temperance. 1, 2, 3 timestamps are below. If you do want to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below as well. You can find all my links to merch stores, memberships, everything down there, plus the decks that I'm using as well. But without further ado, let's get into your reading. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the movie tarot deck, and the card was the 4 of Cups on the top of that. This is all about your next significant relationship, and we are going to go into as much detail as we can. I just want to remind you that there are no genders in my readings, that time is fluid, and that we all have free will to do with this information as we like, but we cannot control other people's free will, okay? So please only take what resonates when it comes to this. I just want to tap into your energy first of all. Can you tap me into the energy, please, Spirit, for pile number 1 when it comes to love at the moment? Wow, I'm going to take that top one. Okay, journey. You've been on a journey. This could be someone, you could be someone who feels like you've had many peaks and also pits when it comes to love, that there's been quite some divinely timed lessons here. You could even be someone who is of a certain age, been through some time, okay? But that's only for some of you. I do feel like there's just lessons that have had to do with divine timing, and a lot of ups and downs when it comes to relationships in general. I do want to get a few more oracle cards straight off the bat, actually. Let's start with my little deck here. Pile number 1 and their next significant relationship. Take the ones that flipped. We've got Bend, and it's in reverse. It's like, I don't really want to be so flexible anymore. I actually want to, these are all in reverse. We won't take reversals, but I do want to just read that one as, I don't want to be so flexible for other people anymore. I'm still flexible about believing in love, but I just don't want to, compromise my values and my beliefs and my needs, especially. But what I'm also feeling is this next significant relationship could be just around the corner. I'm very tripping over my words, so I'm drawn to the fact that it's like you want to be more physical at the moment rather than spend time talking. It's like you've got a lot of pent-up energy, I feel. Gravity. So again, it feels like the valleys have really worn you out. The valleys of these mountains and the progressive journey that you've had. It's like the highs have been high, but the lows have been, they kind of knocked you around a little bit, okay? Interesting energy, but I also think that you're coming from a very grounded place, and we do have mountains there, so it talks about challenges have made you grounded. Document. Okay, so I do feel like you've been quite cathartically healing from this. So you could have journaled a lot about your past relationships. It may have caused you, the peaks and the pits may have caused you to actually become someone who journals, or become someone who listens to their intuition through dream journaling. Maybe writing a book, writing poetry, writing songs, okay? You've also got dance here, so songs definitely speak to that. But also bend and dance, so there isn't an energy here of you only got given this journey because you could handle it, okay? When we're talking about your next significant relationship, I do feel like this is going to be someone who comes just around the bend, but also makes you quite light-footed, okay? You're going to have their 2 feet on the ground, but also keeps you, it's almost giving like no one puts baby in a corner, this side, but then also they're doing the epic lift at the end, you know? So this is beautiful. I do feel like even you might meet someone through a convention or a conference, maybe through work as well with that document energy. Pink, your heart space is still open, and so is this person. There's a lot of sweetness coming in. And it's funny, but I was just talking to my Reiki teacher about this the other day. We were talking about how when there's a lack of certain things in your life, you tend to eat what you're lacking. And she's like, I'm lacking sweetness and spice in my life, so I'm eating a lot of chocolate. And I feel like you won't have to do that. It's like you won't have to eat all the lollies, because you'll be getting like complimented, and you'll be getting the sweet gestures, the hand holding. Love it. And you've also got shh. So this is a very peaceful kind of person, maybe very spiritual. Meditation, okay? Meditation retreat, gravity, getting your butt, your root chakra on the earth. And again, that's a conference or a convention, but also dance comes into that as well. Stretching, bending, yoga class, okay? But I feel like this could even be, if this is a work situation, this could even be something that you may have to keep quiet to begin with. Because divine timing might be at play when it comes to status or other contracts that kind of need to be worked out there. All right, tell me more about their next significant relationship and the person coming in. Let's embody the energy of the person coming in. For pile number 1, their next significant relationship. Whoa, koi fish spirit. There is always enough. Why do I want one more? This person feels very giving, very generous, very positive about abundance. Wombat spirit, be at home. Very grounded person, be at home. A homebody maybe even, okay? Someone who wants to set up home with you and realizes that it's almost giving simple life vibes and not the show, just in the terminology, just because it's like I'm happy to have my home and have my place, knowing that my potential is limitless out in the world, perhaps as an adventurer, right? With this mountain kind of energy, this person could be quite the adventurer. Let's go to the Megadeck, the Work Your Light Starseed Oracle Megadeck. We have 68 and 36 and 56 in numerology, if they are important to you. There's watery energy, there's Capricornian energy, and Taurus and Virgo energy as well. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan, divine timing, divine plan. You've definitely had some, I want to say, spiritual advisors, spiritual guidance, looking over you and helping your love life to really unfold. I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Okay, so moving towards your destiny, this is perhaps why things have taken so long. And regardless of age, again, this is about having had the experiences that you have had. It feels like it's been divinely guided so you could learn what you needed to learn, and so that you could step into what feels like a destined relationship now. So you two could have had past lives together strongly. And I also feel like, again, this is someone who wants to build with you, lay foundations, build a home with you, gravity, set something right, maybe even on a mountaintop. Okay, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And that's perhaps why the bend was in reverse and I wanted to read about it. This person's going to respect your boundaries. And I strongly feel that if you are someone who is very wanted, like you're someone very attractive, or them, in the public eye, because look how both of these people are standing. They're both in a like an open and receiving state, but also a giving state. That's like open arms is like giving state. So they might give a lot to the community or to their job or their career, where it's like they have to be available to people. There's a lot going on. And so this person may respect your boundaries to be the kind of person that doesn't miss out on the best of this person as well. There's always enough to go around. And I feel like this person is quite energetic. They have enough energy to go around, and they understand that your love language may be physical touch or quality time. Earthed, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. Okay, lovely energy. That is so spacious and clear and calm. It really makes sense. That's what I feel your next significant relationship, a big part of it. It makes sense. And it's interesting because you've got 3 really busy cards here, and then you've got this really clear, spacious card. I think that this person will clear their schedule for you, but I also, this earth energy that seems to come through a lot here is, it's like you have had a very human experience, but this person is kind of making you feel like you're in a bubble. You're an extra special human, you know, extraterrestrial human. You're very loved and protected by this person. You could even have some ancient history or past life relationship, but ancient history with this person. So this person may not be a complete stranger. You may have even experienced different friendship groups with this person over the time in this lifetime. And they could even be talking about they remember where you both were at a past time. Especially if you did used to work together with that document energy. They always felt like they could have a playful time with you with that dance energy too. But you guys are different. You both think different. And this relationship is helping, if you haven't already moved into a life that feels like it's aligned to that difference that you feel in yourself, this person is going to help you to do that. Together you'll be able to do that, because it feels like you both kind of agree on things. Like, we don't necessarily want to work the 6 to 6 grind. We don't want to maybe if you are later in life, it's maybe you've never been married and you don't really need a piece of paper to profess your love. Maybe there's something where you just go against the grain of what society says, in a way where it's not like go to school, get a good job, marry young, have kids, white picket fence, It's like you could enjoy that faded existence, or you may have enjoyed that faded existence at one point in time, but at some point things have changed, and I think this person agrees with you on that. With that soul plan and the faded life versus the destined life, you really do want to live in alignment for what's next. And what I was really picking up, I don't even know where I was getting it, but I was getting the star card. Maybe it's because of these 2 energies where they just feel quite open here, and just adored. I feel like there's an adoration. You might be someone, or they might be someone who has a fan club. Maybe together you're quite a powerful couple, but you do things in a way that is according to your destiny, that feels like progressive you don't just stay in the same place. You don't just do the same thing. You march to the beat of your own drum. And this person is really attracted to that. And I think you'll be very attracted to that as well. All right, we have broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Yeah, wherever there was failures in both of your lives, I feel like there is, it's taught you a lot. It's like you've both suffered, is what I want to say. But also, it's kind of giving, again, destiny, where something may actually break down in a way that you were hoping something to work out, but it's actually divine redirection. It's actually protection that something doesn't work, that something is unsuccessful. So perhaps this is a sign of when this person's coming in, when something that you were expecting to work out actually doesn't. Expect this person to find a way over this bridge to meet you, or to actually be the one swimming under the bridge to get to the other side. This person does things differently, thinks differently. Very clever kind of energy. Too much concern with sexual matters, okay? So there's going to be a lot of drive, sensuality between the two of you. But with too much concern for sexual matters, I'd be careful if you don't want to become pregnant, male or female, or if you don't want to engage in, I mean, that could be a fear that's coming up for you, that you don't want to engage in hot and cold, in and out, one and done kind of energies anymore. And so you still want the passion, and it plays a big role in your next relationship. Let's clarify that in a sec with some tarot. Unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Yeah, that's what I think you're doing, that difference. You're living your life in a way that perhaps other people don't, but it makes you stand out to this person for sure, and they to you as well. You feel like you've found someone quite rare. We've got dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Only take those cards as they resonate. This could be even like the situation that doesn't work out. It could be that a friend is that person that introduces you. Candle, you will be shown the way. Yeah, very protected energy. Again, I feel strongly from the grandmother card that you're very protected in that way. And we have basket, recognition, reward for merit. Yeah, there's the star card energy I was picking up on. And it's like you didn't pass all these tests just to get a dud. That's interesting. I also feel like there's going to be quite a cornucopia of excitement in your life. Foodies, you may be foodies. And eat out a lot, but I also feel like this is like it feels like a prize. The unicorn, the candle on a birthday cake is kind of what I'm seeing as well. So maybe you meet this person at a party. That would be my 3 of Cups kind of energy. But I do feel like there's, and again, if it's like you've come into this person's atmosphere because of a work situation, but it feels good. It feels like, this is my person. It really does. But take it how it resonates, of course. Let's see what tarot says. Tarot's been very jumpy. And we had 4 of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. Before I move that around, we have 4 of Cups. So you've been waiting for an opportunity like this. You know, you've been strong with your boundaries, and that's why the 4 of Cups is here, is because you've kept waiting for a unicorn to show up. We have the Page of Wands. Okay, there's that like very passionate energy. All about pile number 1's next significant relationship. What have you got for us when it comes to pile 1's next significant relationship? Tell us all about it. The cards are very like loose in my hand, but they're quite precise about what's coming out. One more. Or 10. It's always the way if you've watched my channel for a while. All right, we've got Page of Wands. The star is here. She shows up. Okay. Aquarius energy, you got the Tower in reverse, okay? Building something new, strong foundations. I'm ready to lay foundations. I'm ready to repair what other people have perhaps broken. Wow. Nine of Cups, very independent, emotionally available, emotionally satisfied, fulfilled, you know, enjoying the fruits of your labor, enjoying your own company as well. Six of Coins, King of Swords, Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords, and Nine of Swords in the middle. Yeah, I think there's been a sense of loneliness with this independence. I can't lie. Like, you've got, on one hand, you've got 50% I'm happy with being alone. I'm happy, you know, being quite picky, if I could say that. But on the other hand, I think you also, it's kind of like late at night where you go, it would be nice, but it would be nice. I think that you've been hermiting for some time, and perhaps this person has as well. I do feel a very similar energy between the two of you, but it's time to come out of your shell and communicate, especially if this person already knows you. I think they're taking the blindfold off and they're admitting to themselves the truth that they have had a crush on you for a long time. And it's time that they came forward and expressed that. They're just not sure how you're going to take it. They're very attracted to you. They think you're beautiful, and that they think that they could have the world with you, is what's showing up at the bottom of the deck. So, look, I feel like this person is possibly stalking your social media, I have to say, with the King of Swords here and the Queen of Swords here. So we've got a divine counterpart kind of situation going on here. Two very logical people. Again, it just feels like I don't have time for BS, so don't muck me around. Like, I'm fine on my own, and I would like to build something with someone, and yes, I would like to have a passionate beginning with someone. I would like to reignite my spark. I think your spark has been quite maybe it's been self-lit, but I think that it's been quite incognito. Okay, it's just like, cooey, are you in there? And she literally looks like she's saying cooey. Like, you've really been calling out for your reward, your recognition. And I think your energy has been putting out the energy of, I'm calling in my person. Consciously or unconsciously, I feel like you've been putting that energy out of wanting to having a relationship that equally gives to you as much as you give to it. So this is beautiful energy. The Six of Cups here showing up, the Six of Coins here showing up is like equal give and take, equal investment into something, and equal investment into rebuilding something, like, or to building a home together. I feel like this might even happen quite quickly. It feels very healing that you two are together. It feels also like this person has, it's secret admirer energy. It's that they've kind of been snooping or spying or watching your social media or watching you from afar at work. Like, they're looking at your work, or they're looking at your desk even. Like, you're in their eyesight. You're in their line of sight. I do get the sense that they feel like this is kind of mission impossible, though. That you're so seductive. You're so seductive, and there's secrets about you, but you're thinking there's secrets about them. You may know this person, but not know them very well. But I think this person is willing to do everything that it takes to get to you. It's actually really saucy. This is great. This is a gorgeous energy showing up here. Tell me more about the Knight of Cups. I feel like they want to wine and dine you. I also just heard, and I really dislike this phrase, but this is what I heard. I want to pick your brain. So this person may actually offer you a date. Again, I feel like if you've received some kind of award or promotion at work, it puts this person in a state of, well, I have to do it now. Like, it's almost like it's bubbling over so much. Maybe you were both going for the same job, and you get the job. Oof, wow. But I think this person is going to want to wine and dine you, and almost like call it like a celebration. And I did did say the Three of Cups energy showing up with like a birthday party thing as well. So take it how it resonates. But the Knight of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Wands. So yeah, the Knights journey towards someone. They travel towards someone. So I really think that this person is going to be quite direct with you about their intentions. I can't deny that this person may... they do want to engage in your they want to engage physically with you. What's really interesting about this Five of Cups coming up as well, this is talking about loss, disappointment, grieving over like some kind of unhealed emotions still coming up. So I think that's why the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords is here, but the way they're coming across is sensitive to the fact that although you appear stoic and although you appear to be very stable of mind and how you intellectualize your emotions, you're very analytical and resilient, I do think that they understand at the end of the day that everyone has disappointments, everyone has things that they're a little bit afraid of, and especially if it's a situation where you've seen each other kind of have hard times in relationships, you've seen each other progress through life as a friend, as a colleague, in some way, or just recently, even if they've seen you have a hard time in a relationship. And what's interesting about this is I strongly get drawn to that one cup in the middle, the Ace of Cups. So I feel like they're really saying like, I want to offer you a real relationship here. And we are talking about your next significant relationship. So it does form a relationship. They're conscious of not letting their passion lead the way too much. But also I feel like it might be a natural progression if there's whining and dining going on here. And maybe you really want that as well. Like maybe it's reciprocated. I think that you have a very seductive quality to you, regardless of your gender. And I just think that this person recognizes the hurt behind your eyes because they also have it within themselves. It's almost giving warrior type energy where we compartmentalize or intellectualize our emotions as a front, but when you get to know us, like we actually are like very emotionally available and willing and open to have a deeper loving connection with someone, and willing and open to be quite generous with each other, not just in terms of money and gifts and spoiling each other, but in terms of investing in the relationship. Strongly coming up. You've also got the Five of Coins at the bottom of the deck. So talking about this person doesn't want to leave you out in the cold. And the Five of Coins obviously comes before the Six of Coins. It's like what came before, we're not repeating. You both seem to be coming in with that energy. With that Six of Coins, it just feels like a coming together and the same kind of energy on either side. Okay. So what is the outcome of this relationship, please? What is the outcome? The outcome is a strong, stable foundation. We also have healing again, temperance energy, and also a sense of patience. So again, as much as this might happen in private and quiet, and especially with the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, they can be very quiet and private, but they can also be very direct. It's like, okay, here's the agreement. This is what we're going to do, but there may be some hush-hush needed. Okay, so there may be some time that it takes for maybe someone needs to leave the workplace or someone needs to separate from something else completely. And that may be causing you some anxiety or them some anxiety, depending on who is leaving something else in a situation here. There's a sense of patience for a brand new day to come about, okay? But it does feel very healing to both of you, especially if you are still mildly healing from some loss or disappointment or some grief around matters of the heart in general. And we have the Knight of Coins. So again, taking things slow. I'm very direct. We're both very direct. We're both aware that we want to build together. Okay, we want to turn this tower around, and we actually want to make things right and lay a strong, stable foundation. So we're going to do it right. We're going to temper our desire for each other, and it's almost like it comes, I just wanted to say bi-weekly. Okay, that's a random little tidbit there, but thanks Spirit, bi-weekly. It's almost like on schedule. Oh my gosh. And then the Knight of Coins is just about, okay, let's do this, but let's do it plodding along. Step by step by step, we are going to get there. Anything else about the outcome? Wow, the 10 of Cups. But eventually it feels like we have a 10+ year relationship of connection, emotional fulfillment, and I'm drawn to the top where the 1 cup is again. Like that 1 cup from that 1 cup from that one, you know, I want to have an opportunity with you. Will you take my cup? Will you take my cup, and will you take mine, and will we pour into each other? See how he's like pouring into 1 cup and pouring into the other? And you know from that, you both know, and it's sturdy and stable and it's trusting. It feels really good. This feels really divinely guided. It feels like you know you're protected. I'm also now seeing the bend as like this person bending the knee, okay? So if marriage is on the cards for you, I know we talked about being different, but maybe it's like, okay, we're going to elope, or we're going to do it differently to how other people have done it. Or maybe you're married in secret, okay? And then it's like it comes out later on. But the sun is in the background here, and now it's like right up in your face. Okay, so it's like sunny, happy, positive, blissful family, whatever that means to you, after a period of time, after a period of taking things slow. It really feels like you elevate from I was good on my own, but gosh, we're better together kind of energy here. I love it. Can we get some final advice here for pile number 1? That's a lot of cards. Your next significant relationship, remember to make the choices that best provide what you need and most deeply affirm who you are. So boundaries, again, setting happy, healthy boundaries with each other and being very clear about, well, I'm giving this and I'm giving that and I'm doing this. And again, if someone is in the like spotlight in some way, making sure that you equally give to yourself here. Very earthy energy the whole way through this reading. Appreciate that everyone has a reason for doing what they do, for feeling how they feel, and for being where they are. Know this of others and remember it of yourself. I'm feeling like it's never too late and you're never too old to find love. Okay, so that's only going to resonate for some of you, and I hate to use the word old, but it's that kind of energy of like, am I too old, is kind of the thought pattern that may be going through your mind. Remember that whatever opinions, you have a right to hold them. Whatever your choices, you have a right to make them. Whatever your dreams, you have a right to find them. Exactly. Never too late. It's never too late. There's this beautiful crunchy energy of like biting into something new. It's almost like I've never experienced a relationship like this before. Okay? I've never experienced a relationship like this before. I actually want to just get some. These caught my attention. We're finished with some. Take these with a grain of salt, okay? Physical attributes of this person. One more. All right, we have freckles, maybe on their face or body, or a particular freckle that catches your eye. Facial hair, okay? Hazel, eyes, clothing maybe. The eyes seem like a big attraction here. Strong, okay, regardless of gender. Strong hands, strong shoulders, strong, maybe they just have that presence, you know. Again, stoic, loud. It's interesting that we have shush and we have loud. So again, I feel like someone's in the spotlight, or perhaps both of you are, or you both have a promotion or a status that needs to be maintained, where your energy is quite loud, but with each other it's very private. Okay, that's beautiful energy. Let me know how it resonates. I'm excited for you. Look after your good selves and enjoy this energy. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. pile number 2, you chose the Muse Tarot deck and the Star card. And this is your reading all about your next significant relationship. I'll just move my smoothie, my protein smoothie over there. And I'm going to tap into your energy first, okay? We're going to tap into your energy. Pile number 2. Just one specific card, please, Spirit. But as I do so, a good time to remind you that time is fluid and that we all have free will, including the person that comes up today. Of course, we're talking about your next significant relationship. It's going to be a significant person in your life. And we can't control what they do. We can only control what we do, and we can control what we do with this information. Okay, so please only take what resonates. Use your intuition. This is still a collective reading. We have opposition and confrontation. Wow. This is someone it feels like you may initially butt heads with, because this is your energy right now. This is interesting. I just did a reading for Gemini, a mini reading that will go up in a few weeks. I mean, at the time that I'm recording this. If you're watching this at any other time, it's still a timeless reading and go for it. But I just recorded a mini reading, and for Gemini, there was a very confronting energy that was coming up for them that was like residual from a relationship that they had just been in. And this feels very similar to that, where it was like you potentially are just a bit more fiery than normal, a bit more like short-tempered than normal, a bit more willing to stand up for yourself than normal. And that's a really good thing for some people. Some people are like, you know, you could do without that. But for people who are recovering people pleasers, when they finally, I just heard get their goat, and we're dealing with 2 deer here. When they finally when they get jack of being treated like BS, they're going to stand up for themselves. Recovering people pleasers, it's like something snaps and then their fuse just goes, and it's like a rage that comes out. But I do think that this can be a healthy thing. And I feel like for you with this opposition confrontation, it feels like someone, you're in an energy at the moment of maybe being a bit debate heavy, which can be a good thing, but it can very much be something from the past that has put you in this position, that has put you in this state. Actually, I don't want to get tarot just yet. What am I doing? I shuffle from my own little deck for the moment. This is linked in the description box, as well as where you can book private readings with me. They're pre-recorded via my Etsy shop. You can also subscribe to the channel and become a member and get weekly readings, just mini ones, but weekly mini readings and weekly check-in. Merch store, links to all my other decks used as well. Everything you need to know is down there. Pile number 2, their next significant relationship. Their next significant relationship. There's a bit of that spice. One more. Now, yeah, you're in a position of like, see how I put that card down? It's just like, this is what I want, and I know I want it now. Okay, there's a bit, look, there's a bit of a bite to you at the moment where you could rush into something, but you could feel very rushed in terms of life in general. My whole hand is itchy. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, like scratching the itch, need to scratch the itch. It's like, oh, I just want change and progress and I want to move forward. And it could be very like sensual energy because of all this red coming up here. It's like a sensual awakening. Let's call it that, with that very beautiful purple in the background there as well. But you're ready to just take a big chunk out of life. Wow, it's a brand new day and you're ready for some sweetness. You're ready for the good times. Let the good times roll. But it's happening now. It is happening now. I also think that when you come across this person, you might take bites out of each other. You might actually meet someone. This is why this felt like your energy and their energy, because you've got the 2 deer. You've got you can't oppose something that isn't opposing you. Like, are you just going to attack someone who's sitting calmly by themselves with no opinions? No, obviously this person has a bit of confrontation themselves that fires up yours. And so there may be a bit of a head-butting situation that goes on debate-wise between the two of you initially. And that's so interesting. I've heard that a few times with friends who say, you know, when I first met them, I just didn't like them at all. But there was just this rush of emotion that came with that. And there was also this energy of neck minute, we're doing this, you know, neck minute, we're together, we're waking up together the next day, you know. I do think that this person gives you a spark, and see how it goes from bright red to light red to orange to pink. It's like really beautiful energy of, gosh, we were made for each other, weren't we? Let's do this. Let's do it now. This feels like something that's going to happen quite quickly and quite with sparks. It's going to happen with fireworks. Let's say that. I love that. All right, let's get some more energy on the table for the next significant relationship. What I actually might do is 2 cards came out in the last pile, so I think I might go the 2 energies involved here. Can we get 2 cards for the 2 energies involved here? Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. Okay. I feel like you've got someone, maybe an earth sign. Do you know what? I feel like they're a Virgo. Someone who wants to squirrel things away for. I'm going to take that one actually. Moth spirit, surrender now. This could be you, it could be them. Okay, so I'm just going to get the 2 energies and pop them down. But moth spirit, someone who's surrendered and ready. Okay, look at that red energy though, a moth to a flame. So maybe this person is very drawn to your feisty energy right now. It could be them. And it says surrender now. So someone who's now, surrender now. Someone who's very willing as well to just go with the flow and have this happen quite quickly. But I do feel like the other energy here is someone who is very methodical, plans for a rainy day, and also is very encouraging of others to do the same thing. Because they're diligent and hardworking and they're rushing around, they've got lots of energy, they're kind of saying, yeah, good on you. I love that for you. All right, keep going, you know. Really fun, light-hearted kind of person too coming through. I want to get a few more. Well, I guess let's get a few more. No, we'll do Megadeck first. I'm all over the place. Why am I... Look, I feel like this might not be your natural state. This confrontive, opposing energy may not be your natural state. And so it could feel you're just surrendered to going with the flow of like, I'm just going to embrace whatever happens at this point in time because I'm obviously having an awakening of some sort. I'm obviously going through something. You know, you could be also squirreling away. You could also be saying to yourself, good job, self. You're existing today. Like, you know, you're working towards something bigger and better. And so you just feel like you're surrendered to the love portion of your life right now. Although the red suggests you're very active at seeking too. Or at surrendering. You're very actively surrendered. How is that? That's such an opposition, right? That's such an opposing idea. Opposing energies. Active surrender. It's like maybe you're on some apps, or maybe you're saying yes to hanging out with your friends. Thank you. Sorry, there was just a big mess of cards, and I was like, there's something very particular like this. Believe in yourself. Believe in something very particular. So you may be on apps. You may be actively saying yes to friends and going out to meet new people and being in new places. But you're also just like, come at me. I'm not going to put my like Virgo list together, if that's the energy you resonate with, of what pros and cons of exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not gonna put any parameters around this except for respect, of course, and someone that can keep up with me is kind of the energy that I'm getting. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. That's possibly why you're surrendered or they're surrendered, okay, depending on which one of those you feel, is because it's coming from a spiritual place. It's coming from a place of, look, my life is developing. And even if you or them are not particularly spiritual, there is an element of just knowing that you've got to give it to God and that you're being taught, and you're open to the lessons, and that you also are a teacher in, perhaps being a good role model to your children, if you have children, or just teaching others by, as we become an example of being open to love and surrendered to love, even if we feel, this fire within us, that's part of inspiring others at the same time. Because if you be authentic, there's someone else out there that's going to look at you and go, I want to be just like them. I want to be authentic to me, and because they're doing it, I want to be as courageous as them, is what I should say. Baby steps, action. Did we not just say that? Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Yeah, it's happening quickly. It's happening now. And it's happening because you are in this surrendered state. You are kind of at the top of the cliff going, okay, ready, universe, I'm going to fall and you're going to catch me. Okay, I'm going to fall in love. And I know that you've got my back. You could also have a lot of really good friends around you. In fact, this person could be a friend who's kind of saying, yeah, go for it. You look after yourself. You devote to yourself. You romanticize your life. You have that glow up. You do what you want. And then next minute you're together. So baby steps are happening, but sometimes babies are clumsy and tripping over their feet, right? And they're learning how to walk. It's like you're learning how to trust and love again, but maybe you're doing it from a very fiery place. And with the cards flying everywhere and me not knowing what card to choose, it is this look, it doesn't make sense. It's just happening. We've kind of got no control over this. I'm laughing because this is actually so gorgeous. Good on you, because it takes a lot of courage to surrender like that, and to I just want to say, to kind of suck at it first. Just do it, and do it afraid, do it clumsy, take the action, follow your intuition wherever it's calling you, okay? Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and new beginnings. Yeah, brand new day. You've survived this up until this point, and now you're processing this fiery energy. And what a beautiful time to meet someone while you're processing it, because they get to see you in, I just heard, in heat. Wow. Okay, don't dim to fit in. Wow, did we not just talk about that as well? How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? She looks like she's waking up from a deep sleep, like she's rubbing her eyes. And I've been 3 different people up until this point, in the different relationships that you've had. Perhaps you feel like you've been 3 different people. And so you're like, well, who am I in love? Okay, let's ignite it. Let's, and maybe you're frustrated. There's an opposition. There's a confrontation here. It's frustrating. But I think that your person is also very drawn to the fact that you're not dimming to fit in, or vice versa. I think you both have had some serious healing, or you're going through it, and the last part is going to be done together. Believe in yourself that there is someone like you, All right. I was going to do it again. I was going to pull the wrong deck again. Just give this a little bit of a shuffle. I just heard hold your horses, okay? But you've got this rush energy. So you may have some people who are telling you to do things differently. How are you dimming your light? Or they may have around you both. That's quite a lot, and I'm going to take it. One more. Maybe telling you, don't rush in, don't do it that way, but you're like, you know what, I'm just going to go with it. Successfully overcoming a problem, okay? So if you have butted heads in the past, if you're about to when you meet this person, just know that you're going to overcome that problem successfully. Empty chair, someone is leaving your life. I think we've established that there's an ending and that there is now a vacant chair for someone to appear, and you wouldn't be watching this reading otherwise. Shield, you need to defend yourself. There's the opposition energy, okay? This could even be a legal matter. It could even be on the sports field, I just heard too. Maybe fencing for some of you. Okay, bat, take care. Enemies are working against you. This is things that feel like it's like some fears that are popping up, like as you're about to fall asleep. Your brain just goes crazy with, well, who's against me? What And maybe you've had a lot of, especially if what you're healing from is a legal matter, possibly a divorce, then you may be feeling like everyone's out to get you, and that's why you're a little bit confronting and opposing at this time. And that was the energy I was picking up for that Gemini reading as well. Vine, seek out information that will help you. Again, this could be this could actually be someone that is a support person for you, in terms of they may be a therapist and you come in very confrontational, and that you're seeking out information that will help you, or they're a banker, a broker, a legal person, maybe even a contractor of some kind, but you're seeking out information. So perhaps that's how you know this person, but you're just coming in with a hot head. Kite, vacation. This could be a hint of, well, how about we go and do that? Inner Earth, you'll survive this. It feels like a vacation. You know, it looks like a brand new day. It looks like this beautiful paradise, okay? There's the sweetness. Maybe you're rushing into, look, why don't we just go on vacation? This feels like eloping again. And this windsock, right? It's a kite, but it's shaped like a windsock. You know, the ones at the airport that like show you the direction that the wind is going in. Is very surrendered. Is very surrendered to, well, why don't we, yeah, F it, let's just go. Let's go. It feels like you're making quick decisions with this person. All right. You chose the Muse Tarot deck, and you had the Star at the bottom. So this is like someone who feels like a wish fulfillment is coming in as your next significant relationship. Someone that makes you feel important, seen, heard, valued. Maybe they put you on a bit of a pedestal, vice versa. Or guys, I've been struggling with some vertigo lately. And usually it's when I'm laying down or like bending and stretching and doing yoga, but it's actually hitting me right now as well. So a lot of like discombobulated energy kind of coming up here. If I do have to stop your reading, I will come back to it, but just know that nothing happens as coincidence in readings. I've seen the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune just flash by but not come out. We've got the Queen of Swords. Pile number 2 in their next significant relationship. Can you give me all the energies, please? Can you give me what's going to happen in this relationship? Where is it heading? How does it develop? What's important to them? Okay. We have the Page of Voices at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like this, you're learning something, you're seeking information, and I do kind of feel like it's one or stop. Justice underneath. Wow. Strong legal or setting something right. I need to set something right, and therefore I need to get the right information. And you're very like, this is the energy of opposition and confrontation. The Queen of Swords is someone who only shows half of herself, only shows a few of her cards. She doesn't show the whole lot. She is purposeful. She's intelligent. And I say she just because of the energy of the cards, but there's no genders in my readings. She's mentally resilient, okay? Analytical at this time because she feels like there's forces working against her. So she's surrendered, but she's actively surrendered in terms of, I know the things I need to surrender to, which is love, but I'm not going to let the other things slip by the wayside. So you are in a learning position, whether that's the teacher came up here as well. Where was that before it made sisterhood, priestess, teacher. Okay, so there are some secrets, there are some things that you're keeping to yourself, or that maybe the other person, flip it if you need to, is keeping to themselves. I strongly feel like it's like I've been waiting for something so much better, and if I've had other offers, then they're just not measuring up. And so that's also adding to that confrontation where it's like, yeah, what do you want? What can you offer me? Tell me now. And you're open to learning. You're open to seeing things differently. It's a process. You're one or other of you. It's a process of learning and receiving information and setting things right here. You also have the Empress energy. So you're creating something new here. If you're wanting to have children, then the Empress is the giver of life. You also have Awakening, which is Judgment energy in this deck. Okay, so it's talking about perhaps someone coming back from the past. Don't shoot the messenger. It is there. But it's also about making quick judgments because you're coming from this place of discernment and decisiveness, okay? You've also got the Two of Wands. So again, deciding between, okay, this way or that way. How do I make something happen? Which way do I move? I'm strongly feeling like move. So vacation, maybe you're making booking a trip on a whim after you, like the day after you meet this person. But I feel like there's an energy that never goes away. I think the opposition and the confrontation perhaps dissolves a little bit and it becomes more soft and receiving. But I also think that this is like an awakening of a new level of a relationship for you. It's like, I'm not here. This is a saying in Australia where we say, I'm not here for a bloody haircut. I'm not here for a haircut. Like, what do you think I'm here for? I'm here to get the job done. I'm not just chilling about. And I mean, it's funny I say haircut because this is about beauty and devotion. So again, there's heaps of energies here where it feels like I'm trying something new. But it's time. It's now or never. But I'm surrendered. I've been surrendered to this point. I'm surrendered to whoever comes through and how it comes through. But it's happening. And something has been set right. And you're making good judgment calls. And you're making this new found sense of adventure part of your everyday with this person. This sweetness comes in. It's almost a youthfulness that comes through. Where you feel all brand new again. You feel fertile with life again. You feel like you can create anything together. Really. And you're lifting the veil. I think as time progresses and when you realize that, yeah, I can have, this is my person and I do have a lot of healing with this person. This person is very good for me. I think that you start to express more sides of yourselves, both of you, and one awakens maybe spiritually to the other, especially if there's this teacher-student energy kind of going on. And with that awakening, I feel like there's a strong divine feminine awakening. And again, if this is something that feels like it's rising up within you from your sacral chakra, from your womb space, if you're a femme with a womb, then there's deep healing happening there that then elevates you spiritually as well. But it started with a sexual kind of energy in that space, which is very common. But I think you start to reveal more parts of yourself and open up and blossom. And that's beautiful. There's no more secrets then, is kind of what I'm feeling. You've got the Three of Swords in reverse. So yeah, there's a healing taking place between the two of you. And I feel like there's, we're stepping over a new threshold, new day, new threshold, new way of living. I see myself differently. I hold myself differently. I'm learning new things. We have new seasons, new beginnings. We're no longer dimming ourselves. So it makes sense that with this energy, with this adventurous spirit, with this desire to make decisions from a passionate place, from tapped in energy, is very freeing and healing and beautiful for you. 10 of Swords. Okay, let's clarify the 10 of Swords. Clarify the 10 of Swords. Just after I said it kind of puts your mind at ease, this relationship puts your mind at ease, we have the 10 of Swords. The Tower. So I saw that when I split the deck and shuffled before, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there's a domino effect of ways in which, because after the 10 comes the Ace of Swords. It's breakthrough, it's clarity, it's, this has all happened for a reason. I think that this is all, the Tower energy is fast crumbling so that something better can be rebuilt on a stronger foundation. And the Three of Wands often talks about like waiting for the perfect moment to set something in motion that then has this beautiful domino effect across the rest of your life. And I'm saying beautiful because this is a next significant relationship. So I really do feel like there's progress being made here, but it feels like maybe throwing in the towel of, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, okay? So interesting, because I just said after the 10 of Swords comes the Ace of Swords, which is this breakthrough. Is this a warning? Oh, I just heard you knew all along. You're tapping into some ancient wisdom here. Ancient wisdom. Queen of Materials, receiving, being open to this beautiful abundance. I feel like you're actually achieving less with, you're achieving more with less, you two. And I wanted to say this a minute ago. It's like you're throwing in the towel of like selling all your belongings and just hitting the road. The World card hasn't showed up here, but I get the sense that in order to decrease your mental load and this fiery energy and perhaps combativeness, you need to take an extended vacation. You actually need to go, and even though the Queen of Materials is very rooted and grounded, there is a sense of like, oh, I just heard, this is quite random, blow up the pokies and drag them away. That's a Whitlam's song. You might want to look up the lyrics to that. It's very specific for someone. But it's like, it's a feeling of leaving the past in the past and moving forward with no restrictions, no temptations. And I feel like you're in a position to be able to do that. Clarify this whole set here, please. Clarify the Ace of Swords in reverse, because it's talking about something being delayed. Page of Wands, I don't want to overthink it. I want to just go with that passionate, well, let's do it. This top line is very indicative of everything that happens in this relationship. Really just being free, thinking freer, acting from a space of heart and soul rather than head, which you've done for a long time. And you've got the Lovers in reverse. So I think that this is, look, this may not be a long-term relationship. I have to point that out. But it can be very significant in how it changes your life. So it may be short-lived, but I feel like it sets you on a path where you now get to choose love in a new way. Or it could be that the love is delayed. So if you decide to travel as friends and then you become lovers, take it how you will, and you'll know when you're in it. If this is a relationship that you're going to throw yourself into and just have the time of your life, to then know that it will end one day, because the tens can talk about endings as well. The Tower is something breaking down. But I do feel like there's a lot of just let go energy. Let go energy. And the Lovers is about a choice, okay? And we were talking about choices a lot coming up here. So it does feel like you may choose to part ways as lovers but stay friends because of the experiences and the growth that you have together and the spiritual awakening that you have together. This could be seen as quite a karmic soulmate, you know? Maybe someone that teaches you a big lesson, where you throw caution to the wind together. But if you want stability, it's not possibly going to last forever, but the friendship will always be there. Interesting energy. I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to get some extra advice for you. Can we get some final advice for pile number 2, please, Spirit? Final advice for pile number 2. Comfort yourself in healthy, self-affirming ways. When life gets stressful, resist the temptation to escape or distract yourself through behaviors that ultimately won't serve you. Okay. That's really interesting, because that's what I feel like you're doing. I actually feel like you are escaping and distracting yourself, but I feel like there is a level of comfort to it. There is this level of, this had to be this way. So I guess it's just saying don't take it too far. And comfort yourself in healthy ways. And if this feels healthy to you, that cools your jets a little bit in terms of, you don't want your cortisol levels to be through the roof, right? If you can take a vacation with this person, if you can take an extended vacation with this person, if you go traveling with this person, then I feel like it's what you need at the time. That's your comfort to yourself in a healthy way. But I think you know there's an end to it. 6 of Cups at the bottom and the Queen of Wands underneath. Temperance. So maybe you realize that as much as you guys emotionally support each other, there may be some other things that are lacking in this relationship. I'm seeing the 5 of Materials, which is the 5 of Pentacles under that. So it could be like financially, it's not the best relationship for you two to be together. It's very healing on a energetic, spiritual, sexual, emotional level. But then we need to like kind of get back to reality and get back to some healthy routines. Okay, so take that with a grain of salt. If you want to live a very free life, then this could turn out differently. But I think that Spirit's just kind of saying here, overall advice is to do what's best for you. When life does get stressful like this, sometimes you do need the distractions, and sometimes you know when they need to end. Okay. Okay, remember that no one is perfect, that each of us has faults we'd like to fix and mistakes we'd like to erase. We all have fears to fight, lessons to learn, and room to grow. Yeah, lessons to learn. We had the page of swords coming up, a lot of sword energy coming up, and this teacher, student kind of energy coming up. So, and I do kind of feel with that reference to the pokies, and also there was a reference, where did I see it? Somewhere else, where it just feels like someone may have some addictive qualities to things that may not serve them. Maybe it came from that. It's like we all have things we need to learn and grow from. And I think you two are good at, like, for the time being, for right now, we're good for each other to heal together and to adventure together and to kind of mend our broken pieces, but also to remember that we're still human and having a human experience together with all our faults and flaws. And that when I'm ready to grow to the next level, right, then things may temporarily or permanently need healing apart. Okay, so there is that energy too, that it could be temporarily separated to restabilize yourself in a healthier way as you decide that it's time for you to grow again. Okay, because you're growing at this point and then you're growing again, and we never stop growing. So hopefully that all makes sense. But I do just want to end with some characteristics for this person. And like I said, you have free will. So if this person comes along and you're like, absolutely not, and I have a feeling already about how this is going to turn out, regardless of this reading, then it's your choice to bypass that experience and lesson and to find it somewhere else. A few more, please, Spirit. Or find what you truly want instead. One more. Okay, so we have petite, we have natural. Could be like they have a very carefree look about them. They could wear no makeup. They could be naturally attractive or have small features. Petite could be small features. They also could be quite flamboyant in nature, so naturally flamboyant. They don't have to do too much and they look amazing, look very attractive. We have uniform, okay, so maybe that defense we were talking about, and brown. So brown eyes. I just had brown cardigan, which would talk about an accountant, okay. Brown hair. We've also got blonde at the bottom of the deck there, but I hope this has been useful. I hope that this pans out the way you would like it to. I feel like there is some beautiful experiences to be had here, and I want to say beautiful and necessary. Okay, necessary experiences. But if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, if this resonates with something you may be going through right now, the link is in the description box below. But I'm wishing you all the best. Have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. That's what life is all about, right? Enjoying yourself, growing, healing, changing, and having that human experience. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Pile number 3, you chose the Wandering Star Tarot, and the card on the top is Temperance. Okay, this is your reading all about your next significant relationship. I'm going to come back to those, but I just want to tap into your energy for a second. Spirit, tap me into the energy of pile number 3 and their energy, where they are at right now, please, Spirit. This is a perfect time to remind you that time is fluid and everyone does have free will, including the person that comes up. And you can do with this reading whatever you wish, okay? We have Midheaven. Is that the card? Yeah. Pinnacle. Midheaven and Pinnacle. Ooh-wee. 36. Card number 36. Why does this... this card always reminds me of this. It's the Disney castle. It's giving you a feeling. I just heard ethereal beauty, okay? I'm also feeling like it's the midpoint between scorching hot and mediocre. I also feel like that's a happy medium. I feel like it's giving, oh, okay, spicy. I can't say that on the internet. It's giving boyfriend. If you know what I was about to say there, then you know what I'm about to say. It also feels very surrendered. It feels like I'm surrendered to, I'm not quite above the clouds, but I'm not below the clouds either. So in terms of like I'm ecstatically happy or I'm depressed. You're in the middle. Pinnacle, it feels like that's a good place to be because of maybe where you've been. You've reached a new pinnacle. You've reached the top of something. Okay. Interesting energy. I want to get some more cards out here. Using my little desire deck. All the decks, including this one, my channel membership, my reading bookings, my merch, it's all linked below. So we have sweat. We have question mark. Interesting. We have bound. Oh, this is spicy. And we have gravity. Gravity. So I feel like you're maybe in this midheaven of like in between is what I'm picking up. But I strongly feel it's still so much better than where you've been. It's still so much better than where you've been. But gravity, something might feel like you're bound to be dragged back down, or you think that there's a chance that you could be dragged back down. I'm smelling something that smells burny. Why am I smelling this? Why do I have to go and check my house? Okay, absolutely nothing is on fire. But I mean, I live in Australia. You can never be too sure. But nothing happens as a coincidence in my reading. So I feel like there's this. Yeah, okay, that just proves my point. What I was saying is that it's like you're expecting something to bring you back down. And you may be contractually, or the other person that you're dealing with may be contractually obligated to something else, bound to something else. Or you think something is bound to happen, like something that's going to bring you down from this place where you feel so much better than you've been is going to drag you back down. But I do sense that you may be thinking, well, what if it doesn't? Or what if it doesn't? And maybe you're putting in extra sweat equity at the moment because you know, well, if I can get this far, then I can get that far. I can get that much farther, okay? With the question mark, it always gives me the energy of you do not know this person yet. You could know this person, meet this person at the gym. I'm just hearing like tug of war with this bound energy. You could meet this person at a class. Something you're contractually obligated to do. Could be an earth energy that you're meeting, or you could be. Let's get some more. What I'm going to do is get 2 of these animal spirit cards, and it's going to show us the energy of you and them, and you can choose which one you are. Okay, we have Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. Yeah, this could be someone who's quite musical. Maybe they feel a little bit like Disney and you're like, ooh, you're just adding to that. Like, next level, the next pinnacle. You feel good. You're you're the kind of person that makes me want to head in the direction that I know I can get more. Okay, Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Wow, these 2 are really cool cards. We've got number 10 and number 41. Love is all around. The abundant universe will provide. This is you attracting someone who is very much like your energy right now. Someone who also wants more and is doing more and has been in a place perhaps where they also felt bound and gravitas, I just heard. Isn't that like gratefulness or thanks, giving thanks to something, gravitas? Or it's like the weight of a big situation. Oh, wow. English, Sam. One of you could be very financially well off, and the other one could be very positive. very musical, a good singing voice. Maybe they speak on stage or you speak on stage. Or you spread the word of love through poetry, written word. Nightingale also often makes me think of a nurse. And there's something with the buffalo spirit and the gravity, even the sweat and the bound, that makes me think of farming, agriculture, horticulturalism, that kind of thing. Very earthy kind of energy where a seed is planted and then a harvest is reaped because the abundant universe is providing. Okay, so take those with a grain of salt. I'm taking those quite literally, these two cards, but choose who is who in this energy. Which one is yours showing up here? Let's get from the Megadeck. This is the Work Your Light Starseed Oracle. Tell us more about this connection for pile number 3. Their next significant relationship, please. What else have you got for their next significant relationship? Too many. I just saw Earth School. So again, the abundant universe is providing, but it's providing the lessons as well. I just heard blessings as lessons. Okay. Did that flip? Nope. Alright, I'm going to take all of these actually. That is so beautiful. Gosh, these are gorgeous. Okay, jump in. Andromedine. Why am I tripping over that? I can normally say it. Andromedean energy. I know I'm not getting it right today. Adventure. Say yes to change. It looks like you're jumping into an iris. It's like an eyeball. Okay. Say yes to change because you feel drawn to, driven by the third eye chakra. Okay. A sense of purpose, intuition, direction in life. You're just going with that good vibe feel. Okay. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Wow, there's something extremely sensual about that card. That could lead to that bound energy. It could be very tantric. Could be very, what's the thing with the ropes? Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. There's huge, I mean, these are quite spiritual cards, but there's a huge energy of being elevated. Ever unfolding rose. Awakening, jump in, like you feel like you're moving through a portal. Okay, interesting. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. It feels very divinely guided that the two of you meet. You could even know each other from past lives here as well. And we have big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas, walking through a new threshold, seeing a whole new world. It's like as you dive or open or blossom or you elevate, awaken, you actually realize why this person is in your life. Why are you here? Where did you come from? How do I know you? There's a familiarity. So deja vu could be very twin flamey. It could be a karmic soulmate. Take it how it resonates. But big picture thinking is kind of giving as above, so below energy. And I'm just drawn to the like little blue figures on either side of the columns here. It's also giving moving in together. It's giving marriage. But it's giving expansive thinking. So I do get the sense with this, it's almost like reflected, okay? I do get the sense that you two feel very familiar to each other after you meet. But I don't think you know each other yet. Okay, but you'll be asking, well, how do I know you? And there's almost like a slow moving rom-com, Disney-fied kind of way in which you do meet. It's like someone does something and really surrenders to their growth and their next level of life, takes a risk or a leap of faith towards something. Maybe for the first time they're working out. It's something that makes them a little bit nervous. It doesn't necessarily have to be sweat in general, but it's like the nervous energy. And once they do that, they come into contact. You guys come into contact with each other. And from there, I feel like you just go, and I just want to say it's like you're keeping each other grounded. You're keeping each other in this new world, but you're still humble and you're still who you always needed to be. You've become a better person, but you're still authentically yourselves. It's really beautiful energy, like a really supportive vibe here. And like you two were, it's almost very fated. Like you two were very meant to be. You were meant to meet. You were meant to come together like as a double mission, like double agents in the world where you spread light and positivity and give back to the world with that abundant universe will provide. I feel like there's something you two actually provide. We have eggs, success assured with good plans and hard work. Yeah, sweat equity is what I was talking about. So maybe it's like you plant a seed with this person as a seed, really, isn't it? And then something like opens up. You're bound to protect it for now. There's something very committed about the two of you. You also have cat, two-faced friend. Clarify that in a sec. We've got club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Gosh, clarify that too. We have love. Okay, hi. Maybe this because, yeah, when two people with such soul purpose come together and who look good, sound good together, like on paper, and then in person they're even better, and they feel like their life is improving in so many ways at once and together, that can really stir up jealousy and bitterness and resentment within others. Because they don't want to do the work and face their own, selves to elevate. We have dark man. Always take these cards with a grain of salt as well. Dealings or relationships with a man with dark complexion or hair. It could be someone with longer hair in this picture, okay? It could even be that one of these people is someone trying to work against you and just sending the bad vibes your way, but you both feel unbothered by it. Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. I feel like if there's an ex involved here, a jealous ex, then this person could be trying to do certain things to stir up this relationship. But you and your person, this significant person showing up here, feel like you're so much further above that. Like you're just unbothered because you're on a mission. You're on a mission together. Gee, there's something about these cards that feel almost magical at the moment. My hands are tingling. Wow. And they feel smooth and soft. Okay, this is great. Take all the energy I can get. And Temperance was the card at the bottom of the deck when you chose this. So that's all about healing, patience. You've perhaps been very patient for this person to come around. It's also about healing and about tempering something else. So tempering rage, tempering that element of believing that love is rare, that love is not for you, or that element of believing that you won't be provided for, that there's lack. Okay, so you perhaps tempering your mindset to bring it to a higher level vibration so you can reach the next pinnacle, the next pinnacle, the next pinnacle. We've got the 5 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the 9 of Swords. Pile number 3's next significant relationship, the Sun, the Tower, the 2 of Swords, and the future of this connection. The future of this connection. I'm hearing Great Gatsby. We have the Chariot moving on, fast moving, aligned forward movement. Cancer energy. Temperance came out again, the Hermit and the 8 of Cups as the future of this connection. Wow, okay. Let's see what's going on here. The Sun showing up in your reading, there's a lot of major arcana. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards here. Okay, so this is a major, no wonder it's significant, it's major energy. The Sun card here is really positive. It kind of trumps everything, to be honest. in the way I want to read things. And the fact that the Temperance card came back out with just this guiding light energy and this sense of balance as well coming through, I feel like there's been some emotional loss between the two of you. She looks a lot like Taylor Swift. Can I just say that? This is so interesting. I think you two are going to go through a lot together. There may even be someone that does kind of encroach on this relationship at the very beginning. The two-faced friend and the club, I feel like is really clarified here in the tarot. I feel like there's a bittersweet energy because it's almost like one or either of you who are leaving someone behind and taking a leap in a different direction, especially if you are finding each other while you're still in a commitment of some sort. Then it's like this is happening for you. And if you do the right things, again, because this was talking about marriage too, this card kind of came up with this moving out or moving in and crossing a new threshold, and marriage came up. There is this energy of it could be bittersweet to leave one thing behind. And so that can come with a bit of sorrow, a bit of loss. But I think that it's amplified by the fact that someone's quite bitter and angry about things. Especially if this person is the significant relationship comes in as a compliment from an admirer. While I do feel like you've come from a place that was that wasn't the greatest energy. You've come from a place where you didn't believe that love was all around, and that's why the Temperance is here, and that's why the Midheaven and Pinnacle is here. As I was talking about, you're doing so much better than what you were. So I think there's this energy of like you both, or one of you, are feeling like what you had to leave behind, it's sad. But what you walk into, what you step into is actually prosperity, stability, especially if you were dealing with someone who was in and out, hot and cold, and couldn't give you the stability that you were looking for. Even if it was in a commitment, like you were in a relationship, you were in a marriage, but it was just, there's something that was kind of chaotic about it. And that left you kind of feeling quite alone within that connection. But I think that you move forward with this person in a way, like very quickly, and you could be with this person for 10 plus years is what I'm seeing here. But I think that you may even pull your resources quite quickly to create something with this person, to gravitas that create something really big and worthwhile. And this is talking about big picture thinking. You do that quite quickly. And so there may be, I want to say like apologies coming in after the fact. Maybe, I don't know. Clarify this Page of Cups. She's got sad eyes. And this is a fun and magic and loving card, but I feel like there's something else to it. This is deep. This is deep. Clarify the Page of Cups in this situation. Ooh, they fell directly on mine. Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. It could be that children are involved here. Okay, and I feel like there's like a nest egg given to someone. I feel like you're giving a gift to someone, or you're saving something for later. Oh, I just actually heard that this is an apology from the universe. Whoa. Whoa. I feel like the love that's coming, you almost can't trust it at first, even when you've pulled your resources. There's just this element of thinking things are going to be ripped away out from underneath you. And perhaps because of how magically it all came together in the beginning anyway. Like you feel familiar. How do I know you? This is like abundant and love is all around. And You know, I think that success is assured with you, and you're very complimentary and loving and caring, and we jumped into this and I felt so called for it. But when you're not used to trusting yourself and trusting the universe, even then you can doubt things. And I think that you can doubt that this prosperity will go away. And so the universe seems like it's bringing magic and love and fun into your life and bringing you a new opportunity, not just the opportunity that you came into this relationship with. It's like maybe a new job or a second income, or, you know, you start developing like a real estate portfolio. There's something here where you end up creating more and more and more of a foundation, which is really good. It's an apology from the universe is what I'm picking up. But there is this energy of like, gee, I wish I had that before. The sad eyes is just like, gosh, I could have had that before. This might be hinting at some healing you may need to do in the present moment, pile number 3. Because followed by the 9 of Swords, it does feel like you've got a lot going on in your day-to-day, and at nighttime is when you might process the things that are for you and on your heart and on your soul. Okay, so when you could be worried about money and worried about where things are going to go next, okay, because you're constantly kind of seeking this big picture energy, I think that there is an element of, I hope that the person that I left, or the children that have grown up even, or the friends that I left behind, there's something that the person that was upset about you two getting together, or the people that were upset about you two getting together, it does play on your heart space. And it does cause you a little bit of worry and anxiety here. But I think that everything's going to be just fine, because karmically, I think that person, because you let that person go when you were unhappy, then that person gets to go and find their happiness as well. So I think you realize that by you living your best life, it pushes more of your best life into like the effect of other people. It inspires other people, and that came up before. And I think that release is a big like turning point in your relationship with this significant person, and especially if they feel that as well. If you've both come from broken families, broken relationships in the past, there's something here about, all right, well, if we're both so worried and anxious, and we both have had this, like, the sun sheds light on things, right? We've both had this awakening, new way of being, then why don't we elevate it again? So the Pinnacle card is very key for your energy, but I also think that leads the way in your relationship to go dunk, 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 and you keep elevating, possibly like 3 or 4 times in this relationship. And there's 4 of Pentacles here. It can talk about stabilizing, you know, if you can get the 4, you can get the 10, and you've got both. And I think you could stabilize your foundation here, but something has to release, something has to be destroyed first. And this is a decision that you both make. So you could actually say, do you know what, in order for things to work out best, maybe we need to completely cut ties with that person, that group, that place. Okay, it could be very much connected to a location, where perhaps it's like, hey, it's a pretty good town, state, city, whatever, but I know that there's going to be more opportunities for growth and healing, and the lifestyle that we want to live, we need to move away, we need to change things, or we need to move home. This home has served us well. Okay, remember I was talking about Disney Castle? It's like the castle together that we create. It has to be free of demons. It's like it needs to be saged out, but the whole place has to burn down. You know what I mean? And hopefully not burn down. But there's a choice to actually face this for what it is. I think there's a lot of growth that happens between the two of you. As a result, like an outcome of this relationship, as the future of this relationship, things then settle into a moderation, and you keep learning to live with letting go of things. There's this release energy that continues for a while, okay? I actually want to clarify this because I feel like and this came up for pile number 2, it's like when we destroy the home or when we destroy a foundation, we could set out on a new path. But I feel like you're actually going within in a big way, but there's a release energy too, which makes me feel like you're kind of taking like a sabbatical from your life, and it's to heal, both of you. And the 3 of Wands talks about adventure. heading out and like waiting for the right time to head out on this adventure and choosing the right passionate path, the passionate offer. They can be quite independent energies too. But the fact that there's two of them, Temperance and Hermit, King of Cups. The outcome of this relationship, the future of this relationship. Clarify the Hermit and the Temperance. It's almost like you go and live on the road. I have to say, it feels very similar to pile number 2 in that sense. It's like we go and live on the road, but to heal. Maybe you're becoming like healers yourselves. Rebirth. There's a new beginning. It transforms. A new beginning in like you move, you head off onto the road, or you start something over completely in like Six of Pentacles. It's like maybe you're taking a bit of a break from each other. You both take a separate retreat. I'm just drawn to the fact that these feel separate as a release. It's like we release each other for a time being because maybe it all happened so quickly. You know what? This actually does speak to the twin flame vibe that I was picking up on, of this familiar energy, but maybe for a time there is a separation period because we need to heal more things. We need to do more work. And especially if you're both leaving other relationships, and that can cause some karma that needs to be worked through. And then you come together, both healed, both ready for a new beginning. Scorpionic energy of transformation. One thing ends, the healing period ends, and now we are more open-hearted, warm-hearted, available, emotionally mature from our situation. And now we want to equally give to this situation. Equally give. And I feel like you were equally giving to begin with. But something had to have light shed on it. It's a positive thing. It is. I know that sounds so bizarre, but it's like to get to this new pinnacle and stay there, to build the castle and keep it. It's almost like letting the light into all the deep, dark caverns of the castle. It's not a castle that's ever going to feel cold. That's why there's this energy of, I think we need to go our own ways to shift and change and release a few things first. More things. It keeps coming up. More things. And then we come back together for a new beginning. I have to be honest. Like, I'm not just going to sit here and say, yeah, it's all roses. I just feel that these two are going in their separate direction. I feel like it's very intentional, very purposeful, and with the intention that they will come back together. There's not going to be that annoying second-guessing kind of energy of, are they ever going to come back together? Are they ever going to be ready? There's a real intention too, and this is where I feel like a lot of twin flame relationships can become toxic, or it's a false twin flame. When you're focused solely on the other person and you're like praying for them, I'm hoping they're doing their best, you know, and you're making excuses for their behavior, pining, yearning, waiting for them to come back to you, then you're giving away your power to them. And it's kind of repulsive to a twin. It's like, no, I want to chase you. I want to come back to you. I want to meet you in the middle because you've done the work on yourself. It's like, it has to be like a clean cut where you both are energetically solely focused on yourselves, on building and loving and nurturing yourselves. And when you do that, you will become magnetically attractive to each other. It's like, we're both in this energy of healed, but it happens quicker when you know intentionally why you're doing it, how you're doing it, and when, like, it's almost, you're not going to know when, but you will be able to say, like, let's check in 3 months, let's check in 6 months about how we're going. That's what I feel like is happening, because there's a very Virgo kind of energy. It feels like we have a plan about how this is going to happen. And this Sagittarius energy of the Temperance card just feels like when the time is right, you both know that you come back together, and only then, only when you come back emotionally mature, available, You've moved on from loss and frustration and emptiness, and you feel full in your own person, your own self. When you realize that you are love and you're deserving of love, and that love is all around. Love is all around. You nurse yourselves back to a place of knowing that the universe will provide. Then you have this beautiful new beginning. It completely transforms the relationship. You were meant to meet this person. Holy significant other. Let's get some advice. I know this is heavy, but please take it how it resonates for pile number 3. Find in each day a chance to draw closer to nature, to be humbled by its vastness, to be healed by its beauty. The vastness, this awakening, to be healed by its beauty, this human experience, this love, this natural experience. And natural is literally sitting here on my characteristics, my physical attributes deck. It's literally sitting here facing me. Okay, we have blonde as well. So humbled by its beauty and vastness, you've got to realize that within itself, within yourself too. Draw closer to your own nature, be humbled by your own vastness, and be healed by your own beauty. And then you will like transform this relationship. But gosh, what a ride. We have blonde, we have uniform. That also came up for pile number 2. So there could be strong connections with pile number 2, but a very different outcome. Casual, they could be casually dressed. Pensive, they look thoughtful. Dad bod, okay, take it how it resonates. That can be femmes as well. So we have a dark man and a blonde man. So remember that each of these physical attribute cards are just icing on the cake. They're not the main course, okay? And we have petite. So if they've got a dad bod, but they've got like petite features, okay, for example, and it could be blonde eyebrows, it could be a blonde beard, it could be blonde hair. I just want to get one more actually. Cool. And smile. Yeah, I love that. Beautiful. And like I said, there's this positive energy to you too that seems to be radiating out of you, and that's why you're moving out of any current or past situations and elevating yourself. And as you elevate, people fall away, you two come together, and then you go, oh, hang on a minute, let's completely work on this and ourselves completely so that we can take something that feels so like grounded. It feels like, okay, we really want to commit to this and make this a 10+ year relationship. We want to make this something we can pass down to our children. We want to leave a legacy and impact. And we want a family here. Then let's go and work on ourselves individually first, and we'll come back together. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. Please let me know in the comments below how this resonates, especially if this is happening for you right now. And again, it is happening for you, not to you. That cracked open, it's ever unfolding, okay? Trust in this process. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here. I am sending you all the love, good luck. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.